I pondered what to do next. Maybe sell him for real. Or more piercings. Just the nipple was getting boring. Maybe he could use some on his dick, too. I knew that any of that would have turned him on and made him come like crazy, so it was all equally intriguing. It was pretty weird, though. Occasionally I'd wonder how we ended up like this. Toxic masculinity? I really did wonder why. Why did we end up like this? Was it really because of my garbage genes? Nope, has nothing to do with that. But I really like seeing how you're trying to be like, oh, it's because of my parents, because of my genes. That's why I'm an awful person. Yeah, no, it's because you're a piece of garbage. It had nothing to do with that. It had nothing to do with the room either. Toxic masculinity. Yeah, pretty much. Or did Seiji always have the potential to become a masochistic... that word. That's not it. Somewhere deep in the bottom of my heart whispered, that's not it at all. No, I mean, Seiji was always a bit of a sub, as we already sort of learned in the room. You know, he already told us he played with his nipples sometime. So, he always liked that. So room didn't change that. It was already there. But I couldn't reach out to that voice deep down there. He had already grown so quiet anyway. Deep in my heart, I saw myself bathing in the light of a convenience... What? In the light of a convenience store at night, as I caught someone calling out to me with dazzling light at my back. What are you saying? Okay, so... You're at a convenience store, and someone's... Okay, this doesn't make... Whatever. The school building at dusk, the smell of alcohol... the smell of school uniforms, talking long into the night. The memories played through my head. Like a movie, but I couldn't feel a thing, nothing at all. Seiji and I, just what were we again? I don't know, have you considered using words? Instead of just, you know... I get it. Like, you've repressed your homosexuality for all this time, and it feels good to be honest with yourselves sexually. But, you know, talking is good too, you know, consider it sometime. I had forgotten something dear to me. The feelings that should have been there were cut out, and I was left with a gaping blank space instead. No, that's all imagined, sweetie. That's all imagined, because you don't want to admit you're gay. I couldn't remember what had been there before. So stupid. So stupid. So stupid. Oh my lord. My head hurts. My head hurts. My ears hurt. Oh my lord. My ears hurt. My ears hurt so much. So. Oh god, I think I breathed into some water. Oh. Anyhow. So. How did everyone like the game? Did you guys think that story was really satisfying? I mean, I know some people disagreed with my choices, but you know, I chose these because I thought they were the most interesting, and I also chose them because I sort of wanted to see what ending they would get, because, yeah, sure, I guess the first thing I did was when Seiji was, you know, had his mouth on Daichi, and I, like, forced his head down, or whatever, and choked him, you know. That was the first bad thing I did. And then I chose to do the poopy stuff, and maybe some other things I did. I don't know. Can't remember. Wow, like, does the gallery finally open? Does it not open until you finish the game? Anyway, so I guess that I maybe did some other choices that are quote-unquote bad. I mean, I guess, yeah, choking him was sort of bad, but it's more like, oops, sorry, my mistake. But it's more like these choices should not have resulted in this ending. Like, that's what I think I wanted to see. I wanted to see what would happen because I knew something like this would happen, but I knew that something like this happening actually made no sense. What I mean by that is there's no logical reason they should be behaving like this now. Like I said, they just can't have one honest conversation with each other. I mean, you saw how Daichi was like, I never even asked Seiji what he's doing now. It never came up. Like so they were always gay. This is fact. Prove me wrong. But they were. They were. I mean, that's why they're still doing it now. You know, they wouldn't still be doing it if they weren't. So, they always were. And the room forced them into situations where they couldn't deny their own sexuality. Okay? And it also made them realize their kinks, which is fine. Granted, the room was not a good place to safely explore such things, but considering how repressed these two are, there was probably no chance they would ever explore those things in their life, ever. You know why? Toxic masculinity. Because being gay is the antithesis to being masculine or a man. Okay? And if a man can't be a man, then their worth as a person is null. So saith society. Because, you know, masculinity is prized. And so that's why, you know, they can't have a conversation about what happened in the room and talk about their feelings with each other, talk about what they are to each other, because then that would be admitting that the room didn't do anything. The room just made them realize who or what they were. It didn't change them, but they seemed convinced that it changed them. Like the way Daichi at the very end there said, I don't know, something like, what changed us or something. I forget what he said exactly. But the stuff he said, like, right before the credits rolled. Yeah, he was like, you know, what made us this way? Like, what I don't know. Anyway, the way he said that made it clear that he thinks everything that's happening right now is due to the room. I mean, he said as much earlier when he was like, we're still in the room, kill me. So yeah. Yeah, he thinks it's just because of that experiment they were in. Because he doesn't want to admit. Neither of them want to admit to themselves, you know, that they're gay or that they have kinks. And instead they want to, you know, be literal lunatics about it. They're literal lunatics at this point. And because they've been so repressed, now they're just like going crazy. They've repressed their homosexuality so much, they're going totally crazy with these sexual encounters. And they're letting the pleasure of that, the pleasure of finally, you know, being able to be themselves sexually, drown out all the obvious realities, such that they're actually gay. And they don't want to admit that because toxic masculinity. Alright, so that is the truth. That is the whole truth. And nothing but the truth. There is no other valid interpretation of this ending or the game. Your interpretations are wrong if you disagree with me in the comments section. Yeah. Not even kidding. Not even kidding. That's the only valid interpretation. I'm not even kidding. You think I'm kidding? I'm not. Yeah. So, I hope you guys really enjoyed watching me play this game, and I will try to go get some other endings. Just on schedule, you know. I've been uploading at least one episode of this every week, so I'll continue with that with some other endings of this game and see how, you know, like some dumb choices could completely alter the flow of events. Some dumb irrelevant choices, like instead of doing the poopy task, we did the make Seiji wear a dress task. Were those ever up against each other? I forget, but you know, if we do that, then I don't know. They don't you know, descend into debauchery in the ending, which makes no sense. Which literally makes no sense. But that's probably that's probably what happens. You know, so we'll see what irrelevant choices we can make to vastly alter the ending in ways that don't make sense. Can't wait for that. Anyway. Oh yeah, also, like I said earlier, really could have benefited from having an actual homosexual on the team. Just saying. Just saying, you know, Japan. Japan loves just having a little... I mean, I'm assuming there was no actual gay man on the writing team. I can't imagine there was. This is stupid. It's stupid. Yeah, it's like... I don't know. If you know nothing about gays and homosexuals, it's like maybe, you know, ask someone. I don't know. I mean, if there was actually a homosexual working on this, then you know what? Wow. Mind blown. And that gay guy is just out of his mind crazy stupid. I mean, remember if you watched my manga review, She Likes Gays Not Me, a gay guy wrote that. And it was terrible in the worst possible homophobic ways. So I guess it's possible that a gay guy worked on this too. Anyway, maybe get two gay guys, so at least if one of them's totally crazy, the other one can, you know, be like, hey, this guy's actually crazy, he has no idea what he's talking about, like, he's insane. Um, anyway, now I will actually end the video. God, I might split this into two videos, I don't know. Anyway, I hope you guys all enjoyed, I already said that, and goodbye, see you next time.